it's I mean, what? Bye. Alright guys, we're here to talk about the newest movie that just came out in cinemas finally, the only one that actually has done, and it is Christopher Nolan's Tenet. Yes, a sort of spy thriller meets very weird time travel eversion things, which are very weird to comprehend. Now, I admit for one thing, I had a bit of a good luck when watching this movie in the sense that I was the only one in the cinema, so I was pretty open to, to just voice my opinions and everywhere else without anyone being obnoxious or hating me. So, to do one thing, with Christopher Nolan movies, I know for one thing that Christopher Nolan as a director is highly praised and highly regarded no matter what he does, and I get that, you'll always find fans that any movie he does turns to gold, that sort of thing. Recently, I haven't liked his last two movies in the sense, not because I don't think they were great, but in the sense like they weren't perfect, and I think that's a good thing. Like every director, can't make a perfect movie. There's always going to be something which is just like, okay, that's a bit weird, and So with this one, with Tenet, I was a little bit surprised because from what I saw from the trailers and everything else, it gave off a very strange concept, which I was very interested in, with it being a spy thriller in it, and the main protagonist goes up against essentially what is a spy film that has something that has time inversion, where time moves backwards, that sort of thing. Now Christopher Nolan does have the sort of, I'm trying to make the explain properly. He likes to dumb things down, really complicated things. In the sense, like what he did with Inception, like he did with Dreams, what he did with Interstellar in terms of space, and he'll take the most scientific, most highly regarded thing up there that a lot of us cannot understand, and he'll bring it down to our level just to make it look like, okay, I can understand it. And with this film's talk of time travel and inversion, I think he did that kind of well. In the sense that he talked it down to a level I'm like, okay, I can, I couldn't understand all of it, but I could get it. It's like, okay, so there's that, because I know, I have read up on time travel and all that stuff, and it is really stupidly complicated. Things I like, it's the set pieces I absolutely adored. I think what is in the movie, what is shown, is fantastic. The characters themselves, protagonist, I think is great. Robert Pattinson, who I admit I have not seen a lot of his films, in this one he is, I fully love him in it, and I cannot wait to see future roles. It's one of those things where I admit with him, Twilight kind of ruined him. I mean, I never watched it. I'm kind of glad I didn't, because now, I have the palette of seeing him just as an actor, and when you see him in this, and you think, okay, he's good, he's really good. I mean, all the other people in it are great. Kenneth Branagh as the bad guy, I think he's very good. He could portray Russian very well. He's done it before, I think. And you just see a lot of things in the music, the way he did something. I can understand for one thing that Christopher Nolan, I think, has always wanted to do a spy thriller. This is his James Bond, and I think this is as close to him doing James Bond as I can get. And I'm actually fine with that, because he's always someone who does his own things the way, he's not good apart from Batman, obviously, but I doubt he's going to do that again. But I think it's something where the way the movies portray, the way they try to explain things, you will look at this movie and think okay, that's a little bit strange, but I can sort of get it. And there's, there's set pieces and there's things in it where you just think that you're just looking at it like it's a marvel. I can understand perfectly why Christopher Nolan would want this to be in cinemas. It is a cinema kind of movie. It's not something where you should watch it digitally first. And I'm a fan of digital. I get that completely. But there are some movies like this one where, they deserve to be on the big screen. They deserve to be no. You should actually pay to go see this on a big screen. With proper sound. It's something that you kind of like. One thing and I'm going to be careful with this because then there's a lot of Christopher Nolan fans in there. One thing I think that the film lacked it was the weird sense that it wasn't the actual mechanic of the inversion time travel thing that was really complicated. Don't get me wrong, it was there. It was more or less the sort of character interactions that I sort of found very confusing. in the sense that like there are times in the movie where you'll see two characters talking, and they'll go through the discussion, and you sort of feel like you just jumped in. You know, you're hearing them, and you're just thinking like, okay, wait, what's this conversation about? You know, like how'd you get here from here? You know, it's that kind of thing. Also, there's a lot of times in this movie where they wear masks to cover themselves, you know, like something like that. And I will tell you, hearing this, also with music going around, is not entirely useful, you know, because you can't really hear anything. You know, for my deaf ears. There's a lot of times where it's just like, I don't know how to get to here, I don't know why they got to here, that sort of thing, you know. Like, I can kind of get why they did that, but it's just like, ugh, you know. I think that's something that Christopher Nolan has been lacking in sort of the last couple of movies, is the character development, and not in the sense like I don't think he can do a story. Yeah, I mean this story's, you know, it's great, but like it's made it a little more convoluted than it should be. Like a spy thriller is like you know chart crossing around the globe, meeting all these fabulous people, but a lot of it is like you sort of need to have like straight conversations, and there's a lot of times in this where you just like you have to. They go halfway through the conversation, you have to work out what they're actually going through, what they're talking about. Yeah, there's sequences where it's just like, like, where you go through this, you don't even know what they're going to do, and then you're like, oh, okay, so that leads to that, then that leads to that. Like, oh, okay, now I get it, you know. It's that sort of thing, you know. And I might just be slow at it. I might not be that good at it, but that's just what it is, you know. So, in all, I did like this movie. I would highly recommend that you go see it because, well, more it's just the case that, like, during these difficult times, you sort of want just to go to the cinema. You really should. And, you know, what better way to just do it than to go see a Christopher Nolan movie? Just, you know, said you did. I will give this movie a good 7 to 8 out of 10. Set pieces were great. I love the cast. I love the stories of inversion and time travel. I think that's absolutely great. I think what they did was great, but some parts of the plot are a bit convoluted, you know, which is that for a Christopher Nolan movie. The music and soundtrack would always sometimes overplay the actual, you know, actors speaking, which doesn't help because I need to hear them to know what they're going on about, and I think like pacing is a little bit like strange in the sense there's a lot of times you're just like, oh, okay, we're here now. It's that kind of thing. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I love the movie, you know. But it's like there's always the thing about Christopher Nolan movie, especially with these ones. Yeah, because it's like Inception. You know, when everyone saw that, you love the movie, but you gotta kind of see it more than once just so that you can get the gist of it. You see it just once, then you're not really sure. Yeah, it's that sort of thing. Well, guys, that's it for this video. So thank you so much for watching this. Like and subscribe. And all I can say is, hey, guys.